Lyca Radio. All about the music.
This is Lyca Radio.
Hey guys, right, so we got that Friday feeling, and you know that I've got my Friday feeling, and I'll tell you why, because Mr. Armaan Malik is in the studio standing with me right now. Hello, Armaan.
Hey, what's up? How are you doing, Shivi?
I'm good. Now, you know, because I've been tweeting you a bit like a mad person, to be honest with you, and I've been tweeting you all the time saying, when are you coming to London? When are you coming to London? And guess what? You're here.
I'm finally here,
So-
right with you.
Why are you in London? Tell us.
Well, not many people know this, but I love singing in English. And,
Yes.
I'm working towards making my career in English music,
Yes.
global music.
Yes.
And obviously, there's no songs out till now.
Yeah.
It's all going to be a surprise for my fans.
Oh, it's going to be so exciting. Now, we've
Yeah.
heard you do a cover of like Justin Bieber's Sorry, for instance.
yeah.
Now, that went down a massive storm here. It was really, really good. And there were so many covers, but yet your one kind of stood out a little bit, didn't it?
Actually, there's a very interesting story. I launched it right here in London. I was here for a holiday.
You
and
think I don't know that? I'm literally your stalker. I know that.
Awesome.
Go
So
on.
yeah, it was amazing. Like I got so much love for that
Yeah.
cover from everywhere in
Yeah.
the world, and for me it means a lot. Because people listen to music irrespective of languages.
Yeah.
Be it Hindi, be it English, be it even South Indian languages. I've sung in quite a few South Indian languages as well.
I've heard. Now, how do you find that singing in other languages that you don't necessarily understand?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
How do you find that? How do you find the emotion?
Obviously, we don't understand the language
Mm.
or even speak the language.
Yeah.
But, I sit down with the language coordinator and he kind of breaks down the whole emotion for me. Like, this is what's happening in the song.
Yeah.
This is the story of what's happening.
Yeah.
And you got to get that love or a heartbreak or, those
Yeah.
So I get it. I get like a surface of what I have to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I won't get like the intricate meaning.
Yeah.
But I think that suffices. And
So you're obviously a bit of an actor then, surely, right?
that's
You kind of
me-
have to be.
So that's method singing.
Oh, method singing. I like that. You're coining a new phrase. Now, my mum loves your singing. She loves your music.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And one thing that she's always asked me about, and she's like, as if I know, she's asking me, right? She's saying, right, I want to know how he gets the emotion, because you're so young. You
Yeah,
are young.
yeah,
You're like
yeah.
early 20s, right?
Yeah,
Gotta be,
yeah.
yeah. So basically, you're so young. How do you find that emotion? Like, you surely can't have been through everything that you sing about, right?
Yeah, it's not possible at my age.
No,
for sure.
of course not. And some of the things I wouldn't wish you go through either,
No, but it's my parents always have felt this, that I've always been mature, for my age.
Yeah.
And even if I was 10, I used to speak like a 20-year-old or a
Yeah.
25-year-old. And that always reflected in my singing.
Yeah.
And I used to sing like a lot of heavy songs when I was very young.
Really?
And I kind of got used to singing those songs.
Yeah.
I didn't understand them at that point
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah.
But later on, when I got to an age where I understood all those lyrics and emotions, I was
Yeah.
like, what? Did I sing that then?
Yeah.
So I felt a little disconnected at that point.
Yeah.
But over the last few years, I think my music, the emotion in the singing has changed a lot, because I've felt a lot.
Yeah,
And,
of course.
At first it used to be pretending I'm in love, and now it's like you've.
Are you really in love?
Is
that an off-air conversation?
That's an off-air conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously anyone my age, like, we go through relationships,
Yeah.
like heartbreaks.
Yeah,
so all
of
that
course.
kind of like reflects in your music.
Yeah.
And from the age of 18 to 23,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of that, and
Yeah.
that has helped me in my singing, and that's
Yeah.
helped me in my emotions. But when it comes to a song like Main Rahu Ya Na Rahu, that is a song that connects with all ages. And
it
like
really
you said,
does.
your mom really loves that
She
song.
does, yeah.
For that song, I tapped into a very different emotion, because
Yeah.
that was a song that I dedicated to my dada, who is no more with us, my grandfather,
Yeah.
Sri Sardar Malik. And for me and my brother, it was really a big moment for us when we were doing a song as a tribute to my grandfather.
Yeah.
And he was the one who wanted Amal and me to grow in the industry and become musicians.
Yeah.
While our parents were a little hesitant,
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
know how the industry is,
Yeah.
how it's not very easy to make a career in this
No,
industry.
of course not. No.
And actually some people think it's an advantage coming from like a musical family or a family established in the industry, but I feel it's
there's more pressure on
there's
you,
more pressure.
surely.
There's more. I feel there's more disadvantages than advantages.
As well, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
So it was my grandfather's dream that me and Amal, come into the music scene, and he kind of passed. He passed away really early, and he couldn't see us grow into the music industry.
Yeah.
And by the time we got to making Main Rahun Ya Na Rahun, we were like, we got to do something that just kind of makes our soul feel like, I think we've done something for Dada. So
that's lovely.
And I tapped into that emotion, and for me it was like मैं देखूं या ना देखूं तुम हमेशा मेरे साथ रहना. That was a basic emotion. And I think that was something that we felt like he was telling us, मैं रहूं या ना रहूं, तुम मुझ में कहीं बाकी रहना.
It is that type of song, isn't it? Now I know this because I don't speak full Hindi, and my mum told me the meaning of this song because she said it was just so beautiful. She was like, you cannot go through life and not know the meaning of this song. So I was like, okay. So she taught me through the meaning of the song, and then it hit me as well. I was like, wait a minute, he's younger than me. How is this gonna happen? Like, how is he tapped into? But
actually, not many people know that. Like obviously they know that it was Armaan Malik who sang the song. But then when they got to know who I was and how I looked and what my age was, they were like, "What? Did you sing Main Rahun Ya Na Rahun?"
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
It doesn't add up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like an emotion can connect to everyone, and
It
like
really can.
Main Rahun Ya Na Rahun, it can be taken like a brother, sister, or lovers, or someone that you really love. It can be connected in any situation.
Absolutely.
It's very very malleable.
Yeah.
Is what I would like to call it.
Well, I mean, I can play it in any show, and I will. I promise you that. Right. Okay. So we're gonna play your cover now of your Justin Bieber "Sorry" because I
lovely.
think we want to get into that feel because you said you're here to launch your Western.
Not launch. I'm working towards
it.
Yeah,
towards it. So we want to get that feel, right? So
Okay,
are you
for
okay
sure.
with us playing it? Do you want to introduce it before we play it?
Well, this is a cover of Justin Bieber's "Sorry." I think it's a very lovely song, and originally it was much more high tempo. I kind of slowed it down and got the real essence of the song.
I like that. We'll be back with Armaan Malik in just a bit. This is Lyca Radio. And that was the amazing Armaan Malik's cover of "Sorry." How good does that sound, right? Now, we are here with Armaan Malik. In case you didn't know, but I think you do because I've been tweeting about it, I've been talking about it, and I've been telling everyone that I've got my Friday feeling basically because of it. So, Armaan, let's have a little chat again, okay? So, took a little break. He sat down because, it does get very tiring in the studio with me. I've got a lot of energy for a Friday. I apologise. Right, so let's talk. Let's talk about some random stuff, right? You're now a judge on The Voice India.
Yes.
How are you finding that?
It's amazing because I've followed the show a lot in UK and US.
Yes.
And I really love the US one a lot, where Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, and all those guys are there.
Yeah.
And when they approached me, I was really thrilled to be on the show.
Yeah.
And it's the first time for me actually being on the other side of the table because I was a contestant in Saregama.
Yes, of course you were.
Champs.
Yeah, that's where you started.
And it's like 13 years hence after that, I'm on the coach's table, and it's amazing.
Is there any friction between the judges, between contestants, like when the contestants come on? Because I know that bit's obviously filmed already, but like it looks like friendly banter. But did it ever get a bit more like, oh, I really wanted that person?
It does happen sometimes, because you really want a contestant in your team.
Yeah.
And actually, it's more like our audition rather than the contestants.
It is a little bit, isn't it?
Because we're like trying to lure them into our teams, and we got to do something to
it's
get
true.
them in our
It's
team.
true, and we've seen you serenade many times.
I'm using that.
Yes.
Using that to the max.
You are. And what's it like working alongside such big names as well in the industry?
It was amazing. Just a year and a half back, I got the opportunity to sing a song for Rahman sir in 2.0.
Yeah.
Which is a huge release. And for me, it was my first song with him.
Yeah.
And that's one of those
bucket list
bucket list things.
Yes.
I gotta sing a song.
Of
with
course,
Rahman,
of course, right?
And that happened, and like probably a year and a half or 2 years after that, and I get he's on the show.
Yeah.
And he's like a Mahaguru there.
Yeah.
So he's not one of the coaches, but he has like a final say as to what should be done with the contestant and what he feels is the right decision for the contestant.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to have his support and his love on the show.
Yeah.
And he's a legend.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, just being on that stage with with legendary people like Adnan Sami and Rahman sir. Adnan sir is too cute.
Yeah.
He's too adorable.
He is.
He used to say I was a family size first, and now I'm like I've shrunk down and stuff like that.
It's true. And how does it feel to have someone like A.R. Rahman, such a big name in the industry, say to a contestant, I think Armaan Malik's going to be perfect for you? I mean, how does that feel?
It is brilliant, because in this 1 year that he's heard my voice, and I've actually sung for quite a few shows of his as well.
Yeah.
He did one special show in Dubai, and I was part of his concert.
Nice.
And he knows the kind of styles that I sing and the kind of singer that I am.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing to see that when I pick a contestant, I pick someone who I know who I can do justice with.
Yeah, of course.
And he's like, this is the perfect choice for you because I know that Armaan will do a good job with you. And the fact that he knows the kind of musical style that I do, and that he loves that, I think that's brilliant.
Now
I'm glad that you asked me that.
Yeah, no, it's true because everybody watches it, and it's got to be such an amazing experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even for you as a judge.
It's overwhelming. I feel like a contestant at that point.
Yeah, I can imagine.
My answer is saying something.
Yeah. Now, okay, so we like to play this little game that I normally do on the weekend breakfast show with my sister.
Yeah.
And we play it with all our guests. It's called This Way or That. I'm just going to throw two things at you, and you have to pick which one you prefer out of the two of them.
Okay.
Okay? So, night or day?
Night.
Okay, big night out or movie night in?
Movie night in.
Oh, good choice. Bollywood or Hollywood?
Bollywood.
Yeah. Writing music.
Movies, right? Bollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bollywood. Yeah.
Okay. Writing music or performing music?
Little bit of both. That's so tough. But I think writing music, because if you write good music, you could definitely perform it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good answer. Good answer. Okay. What about this? Photo shoot or selfie session?
Photo shoots.
Oh, but you love a good selfie.
I love selfies.
Yeah.
But I think photo shoots are amazing.
Yeah.
The
Fair enough.
quality is much better.
Remix or original?
Original.
Yes.
And original.
Mumbai Indians or Bayern Munich?
You got me in a space right now. Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Were you watching the game?
I was. Yes.
You were.
Yes.
How did you feel after that? Confident?
It's I have mixed feelings. But I really love Bayern Munich. You know, I've been a fan, and you've seen that on social media. And
I'm an Arsenal fan, so you've beaten us many times. Okay, many times. What about Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram.
Instagram. That's become your new forte, has it?
I think Instagram's become like the thing for everyone.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. Now, before we get on to well, actually, let's talk about.
No hard feelings for Twitter. I really love Twitter because that's where my fandom started. You know, the
Armanians. Where it started. That's where I found you. That's where I was like, I can stalk this guy now.
So Twitter's, I think, like the first social media that I began on.
And you're quite big on social media, and you respond to people, don't you? You respond to your fans quite like one-on-one, really.
Yeah. It's like I'm chatting with them.
Yeah, and that's really nice. And do you find that's a nice way to connect with your fans?
I do feel so.
And you never get tired of it or anything like that?
Actually, my mom gets irritated that I'm always on the phone.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But I really love it. And the reason, they have so much love and they connect with me is that because it's not that idol and fan distance.
Yeah.
It's more chill. They're very much in touch with me, and they know how I am, what I feel, and I think that's amazing. Because very rarely, people show their true self, and even on social media, you see a lot of people like faking it. And for me, it's always been about being genuine and being me. Yeah. So that's how I roll. I really love.
And I think that's what your fans appreciate about you, isn't it? That you are so
not
real.
Only my fans. I think people in general appreciate real. Vibe. They don't want to put on. They want to see the real you. And
it's true. It's true.
That's what I do.
This is Lyca Radio.
Lyca Radio.